Two teams, numbers slanting in favor of Waters and Parenteau. Angie Walker back to serve first.
Oh, gonna decide to get big. I don't think intimidation is a thing against Parenteau and Waters. Every point is a new match, and anything can be shaken off, just like that unforced error there.
0-0-2. Point.
Tough to gauge your timing with the wind. We've been talking about it all day, but it continues to swirl and impact the play. Heavy drive from Annalie Waters.
And hesitation causes car accidents.
2-0-2.
Tough miss there.
Side out.
Parenteau was hunting in the middle, just a bit deep. Walker's
0-2-1.
get the side out.
And if you can gauge points per serve possession, 2 off of the first serve, very good.
Big rip from Alex Walker.
Gonna need to casualize it. Don't want to get too excited. Don't want to have that roller coaster, right? Those ups and downs. Want to keep it even keel and good.
Second serve.
Putting on a clinic. Waters.
1-2-2.
As if she's drilling out there, showing us what she can do on that backhand side. Boom and boom.
That's a great point, Michelle. It's not a bad mentality to have if you're out there and you have the solution to the riddle that is your opponent's, and it's a drill that you know. Go out there and execute that drill. Waters had them on the baseline and beyond, and just cutting that angle at that time. Perfect execution.
3-1-1.
Hands battle won by Angie Walker.
Three-1-2. Point.
They're not sure.
Can challenge.
Potential pro move would be to call it in and challenge your call. Need a call, ladies.
Anisha Smith clarifying what's
just checking the rights.
In place.
Check this.
Turn in. 4-1-2. Set up.
Waters going for it. Denied by the tape.
1-4-1.
And it's good.
Second serve.
Very good.
1-4-2.
Yeah, Michelle, I cannot say that I've watched all of the best of fives of the rivalry of the Parenteau Waters versus the girlies rivalry. But I can say I was there during the warm-up when the girlies beat Parenteau and Waters in Atlanta. And I was part of that warm-up, and it really comes down to self-belief, desire, drive, and hand speed. And they have those things. They just need to bring it to the table every time.
Nice.
You can catch that Atlanta final from 2024 on the Pickleball TV app right now.
1-4-1.
Nice shake and bake from Angie Walker. Waters matching the pace on her side.
One, 4-2.
Whoa, it's good. The lob to create some chaos, followed up by a point for the Walkers.
Yeah, rare to see the Annalee Waters initiate countered in such a way.
2-4-2.
Alex Walker up for the challenge. Again.
Point.
2 for 2. And the fired up Greg Dow on the coach's corner.
Another look. Alex Walker going off offensively, locked in and fearless. Chance to tie it. Heavy wind.
Heavy scrap here. Ooh, ops offensively there. Well below the net.
4-3-1. Point. Five, 3-1.
Tough miss, takes one off the cheek there. And the wind, the victor on that one.
Six, 3-1.
Down to the feet, perfect spot for Annalee Waters, jamming up Alex Walker, and we'll call Walker's putting up a good fight early in the first. So far hasn't been enough.
Smart to play it, that was staying in. Great point.
Second serve. Seven, 3-2. Point.
Wind's gonna get you if you don't go for broke right now. You gotta fight that wind to get that ball over the net right now.
8, 3-2.
Nice. Ooh, call was out. I don't know, that might be worth a challenge. That was close.
And that's one of the strengths of going with the wind. Every ball that you send back is going over the net effortlessly. It's going to take a different approach to shut them down, them being the 1 seed, Parenteau and Waters.
Set out.
Annalee Waters crying out against the wind.
3-9-1.
Alex Walker takes charge again.
This is just a perfect example of confidence and preparation coming hand in hand. These ladies have trained for this moment, and they are doing what they've trained to do, and they're going to push them to a timeout. Not too shabby.
Yeah, they run for their money here in game number 1. Waters and Parenteau never hesitate to call the timeout. Usually are able to convert on the next point. See if that is holding true here. And it will not. It's Walker too strong.
Really strong drop from Angie there on the right side. When you're playing into the wind, your opponents are with the wind. Expect their ball to come back and expect it to come back loftily. Work on our spelling later. Waters back in the house.
It's clear that the Walker sisters are putting in the work. Like a much improved team together. You can sense they feel like they belong in this matchup.
Set out.
Costly miss there. Waters and Parenteau need 2 to take the first.
9-6-1.
It's going to take a critical hold here. Decent return. Neutral acquired.
Second serve.
And the dink battle, as far as the wind is concerned, is in favor of the Walker sisters. ATP. Heavy fight here.
Unrelenting pressure from Waters, keeping the Walkers back at the baseline for game point.
10-6-2.
Waters jams up Alex Walker at the conclusion of game 1, 11-6. The finish, game 2, coming up next.
Did one of you get the vote?
At Major League Pickleball is so much fun. The team format makes the dynamics so interesting. Going to side-out scoring this year instead of rally. Emily Waters and the New Jersey Fives looking pretty dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Megan Dazan, the newest member of that roster. Proven MLP champion, as is Annalie Waters.
0-0-1.
Oh.
Second serve.
A little second guess there. That ball's going to stay very in. Can't forget that they
0-0-2.
are now into the wind. They have shifted roles. The game is very different.
Whew. Big gust. Biggest one of the day so far. Oh, through the middle it goes. Waters finds a way to bail herself out. Keep the Walkers deep.
0-0-1. Point.
And Waters is into the wind here. It's hard to say whether this ball was staying in or out. Walker wanted to find out, but off the back, she does not get to know. And neither do we. We know on that one, with the wind, tough to adjust. How would you like to finish, with the wind or into the wind? I prefer into the wind, so that would be my favored side, and that's how I would like to finish. You always want to finish on your favored side.
That's the side that Parenteau and Waters are in, though the wind's swirling a touch.
2-0-2.
But mostly they're hitting into it mostly.
Yeah. When you're going into the wind, you get to take a full swing, you get to clear the net and know that it's going to drop on the court, so up is better. It's my favorite way to play.
Set out. Zero, 3-1.
Oh, and that one,
Point.
the wind halts for just a moment. Alex Walker keeps it on court.
4-3-1.
Good hustle. Pressure from Waters. Relentless, Angie.
Second serve.
And the follow-up from Parenteau to get it done.
Yeah. Just barely out of reach for Alex Walker. It's like drinking out of a fire hose sometimes, playing against Waters and Parenteau.
Yes.
They just play so quick. The ball gets on you even faster. You have to make half-second decisions.
Yeah, the hose would be preferred. These guys are the fire hydrant.
Second serve.
Close for Alex Walker out of the air, right to the feet of Catherine Parenteau, one of the defensive stars.
Nice strike.
3-1-2. Point. 4-1-2.
Nice return from Alex Walker. Gets Captain Parenteau off balance.
1-4-1. Second serve. One, 4-2.
Right read. Overcooked it deep, though, did Angie Walker.
4-1-1.
With the wind is tough. You got to lay off a little bit, seek a little bit of a different strategy. Cape Coral was great practice for it. Texas is that continuation. There's an opportunity. Defensive advantage at the baseline. Into the offense.
Hey! Hits to everything except for that one, Angie Walker. And Alex Walker had to hit about 20 winners to end the point.
Annalie has a good drop here and retreats well. She's in the right position. Parenteau cuts it off as a good partner would. How could you know? Annalie Waters is in perfect position for the next ball.
Set out. One, 4-1.
Attack out of nowhere, well done. Waters' turn.
And Parenteau says, my turn too.
So smooth. That's a great crack from Alex there.
1-4-2.
Waters sets herself up perfect for that two-hander sky hook overhead. Opportunity. Neutralized. No offense yet. Neutral.
Oh, man. Ernie Sitter, Alex Walker knows it. Covers her face in embarrassment for missing it. We've all been there before.
Yeah, if you're going to build the foundation there, you might as well commit. There was a little bit of a recoil on her swing, and regardless of the shot, you might still have to roll it against Parenteau Waters. Here we go, and a scrappy one.
Gets her on her way out of the kitchen. Wise play by Angie Walker.
Unable to reestablish. Rare sighting.
Ooh, nice reset opportunity. Question for you, Rob. Do you think it's more challenging to match up against the defense that Waters and Parenteau present, or the offense that they can create? Such a double-edged sword.
Sharp on both edges. Yeah, I really think it's the offense, Michelle. I think Annalie Waters' offense that she can provide at any given time is restricting in itself, so it carries a lot of defensive traits in it. with its restricting nature.
In the matchup with Brighton Rohrabacher, I feel like it's the defense that they get to everything.
Love it.
Maybe against the rest of the field. Offense for me, but that matchup. Nice battle. And the Walkers again. Stuck on 4 for Parenteau and Waters.
4-1-2.
So good.
Point.
Sneaky down the sideline. Annalee Waters. We can take another look at this one here. Waters makes that adjustment to that ball. Alex stays where she is and is forced to reach over. If she was able to position a little more to her right, she'd have been in better position to shut that down. Her hands were ready. A little high.
Heavy angle from Annalee Waters.
We've seen that play echoing from earlier. Push them back and then hit the angle. Push them back and then hit the angle. Not too shabby.
And wind not being kind to Waters again. Laughs it off. In good faith, sends the ball back to Angie and Alex.
1-6-1.
Great serve. Waters not able to get to the kitchen line. Excuse me, Parenteau not able to get to the kitchen line. Waters poaches. That is some great teamwork, great heads-up play. Haymaker.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
Catherine Parenteau losing her footing around the boards. Luckily is okay. Took a little tumble. Seems to be all right.
Pretty smooth landing, but that could have been very, very much so worse.
Gives the thumbs up. Tells Annalee Waters she's okay.
It's an epic loppa here from Angie. And then off the screen, disaster occurs. All Parenteau's focus on the ball, not on the self-preservation. The champion's way.
6-2-1.
Just wide for Waters on that third.
Point. Nope. Second serve.
Here's another look at the spill Parenteau took.
6-2-2.
A better view of it. Just sort of lost her footing there. And the boards on the edge are a bit tricky too, because if out of your peripheral, you can't necessarily see they're at shin level, right below the knee. And see why it happened.
And thank goodness, because that could have been one of the worst ones we've seen, but just thank goodness.
Too good and too quick on the counter is Waters with that lethal backhand. Coming up next, Rob, it's quarterfinal time. Federico Staxrud and Christian Alshon taking on J.W. Johnson and C.J. Klinger.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely stay tuned for that one.
And Walker sisters shifting gears, but it's not going to be enough, sister.
Okay, we'll keep a lookout for that. Meanwhile, Waters and Parenteau looking to polish off the Walkers. And the wind will help that ball out.
9-2-2. Point.
Iron ball to track on its way back over.
Match point.
Match point for the world number one. Wind is getting a bit out of hand here at this moment in time.
Another sky hook that comes from the wrist, off the net. Ooh. Saved for now.
It's good.
Let's go. Something to celebrate just in time.
Another look at the perseverance of the Walkers, who hold off one match point with the wild wind conditions. Waters unfazed throughout the rally too.
Oh, tough. Calling for a lot of wind, but I'd love to see the forecast call for an 8-point streak here. Got to get that ball down.
Waters does throw it down. Match point number 2.
10-1.
Oh boy.
Second serve.
Say oh boy with the heavy windup and the heavy
10-2.
winds. You can hear it on the court mics too. Waters comes away with a winning touch. And it will end at 11-2 in game 2. Great outing, though, for the Walker sisters. Scoreline doesn't reflect it in the second, but felt like they played a really nice match.
Absolutely, you know, playing their best pickleball, and props to them for the wins that got them to this championship court. Annalee Waters, Catherine Parenteau on a mission for gold, looking for Championship Sunday tomorrow. Props to them playing very well, regardless of the conditions, as is